Good morning. Welcome to membership meeting, November 9th, 2023. Wow, 2023. I'd like to call this meeting to order. And we do have a quorum. Deb is out today, so Norma will provide the financial numbers for her. Couple of notes. First thing I want to mention is we are going to have a special meeting on December 4th, 9 o'clock, but it'll be over in the agave room, right over here next to the courtyard. And that meeting is going to be mostly to discuss nominations, nominees. If you have somebody else who isn't on the nomination list for running for the Clay Club board, you can add it at that time, and then we will have the nominees posted for 25 days, and then we will announce what day the vote will be going out, and there will be probably 4 days that you get to think about what you want to do and then cast your vote. That will be electronic. Okay, and next up, what I'd like to do is have Margie just kind of give us a brief on the nominating committee, and then we'll get back to business.
Thank you very much. That's a great lead-in. Now I don't have to say it happened, much as I was going to say. You already done the job for me. Can everybody hear me? Yes. Yeah. Well, first I want to start by saying thank you to this board for their job that they've done, most of them for the last 7 years. The good news is most of them are staying on, which makes my job a whole lot easier because I'm the chairperson for the nominating committee. Also on the committee is Pam Lake. And is Lucy here? No, she's missing in action. Okay, but Lucy's on it also. So we've been working. One of the things we found out early on was when our bylaws changed this year, we had to have this all done by December 1st. I shouldn't say early on, a little bit later than I thought. I was anticipating being done by January 1, but we're stuck to that to beat the bylaws. And so that's what we're going to do, and that's why we have to have that meeting in December, because by the bylaws, we have to announce this by that time, prior to our new fiscal year starting in April. But the other people I want to thank in the room is each one of you. Many of you I recognize as committee people, committee chairs, and very dedicated members that help us every day. I always say it takes a village to run this club. We are now 359 strong. That's a lot of people. You'd think it'd be really easy to fill all those slots. Because one of the things our committee said, we would try to have 2 people on every position on the ballot. Now, that's just about choices. It's not about anybody not doing anything else that's right or wrong here. It's about choices for you as members. We may not meet that, but we're going to try really hard. So I'm here today to plead for some more people. We sent a number of letters out to people that we thought might be great candidates because they're current chairs, they're current committee people. That's kind of a transition that most clubs in this town take, is you work as a committee member, you work as a committee chair, and then all of a sudden you're ready to be a board member. But it's a good transition. And but we can go straight to the top, as we did with Lynn. She wasn't a member here very long, and she ran for president, and she's been there since. She has 1 more year. So it can work either way, but I just would encourage. I hear a lot of people saying, well, I can't do that because I'm already on a committee. Well, we'll find somebody to replace you on that committee. So you better say yes to the board. Board people get to make policies and make guidelines, set guidelines for the club, so it's a very important job. But we're here just today to reiterate one of the things that's really been championed by this board is we are much more computerized than we were just 2 years ago. And things are easier. And maybe some of that work's been put back on you as members because you have to find your monitoring spot, you have to sign up, you have to do those things, but it does make the job easier. Linda Connell, and I don't see her here today either, but she is an excellent person, and we are very fortunate at the club to have her because she writes programs for us that most clubs are probably paying many, many dollars for, or not using them because they can't get them. So, anyway, we're much more computerized than we were. It is a one-year term that we're looking for right now as a new board member. Okay, I didn't wet my pants. Spill my water. Spill my water.
Can't take her anywhere.
It's a one-year commitment. We do have one position, the second vice president's position is wide open. There won't be a board member running there. But that means we'll have at least one new board member as we go into 2025, because 2025 is going to be a year when we're going to have some shifts from people who have been longtime members of the board. Does anybody have any questions? Pam Lake is here today. I have to leave. That's why she put me early up. I'm very sorry. But the positions and their descriptions are in the club. They're listed behind this letter that says election news, and it's posted in the bulletin board as you go into the hand building room, and it's also posted by the refrigerator. I know y'all go to the refrigerator. So, and there's positions as they're described in the bylaws. I encourage you, if you have questions about any of those positions, to check with the members that are members of the board. Check with Lynn, check with anybody that's on the board. You can give me a call. My number's on the letter. Pam's is on the letter. So is Lucy's. Any of us will be happy to talk to you. And we want a decision by the 17th of November. The reason we need it by then is because we need to prepare bios and things like that, so that you at least have some information when we see you on December the 4th. But, so, I know you're busy in a lot of other places in the world in here, because this is what Sun City West is all about, and that's one of the greatest things about Sun City West. But I do ask you to help us continue as a full-fledged club moving forward. Any questions?
Margie?
Yes, ma'am.
Which positions could be done from a part-time residency?
They can't all be done because we are so computerized, in my opinion. However, let me give that one back to Lynn. I'm pretty optimistic.
I just want to know, have you ever considered selling cars?
She missed
Okay, I'm sorry. The question you asked was, can it be done part-time?
Yes.
I will say it can be, but it requires a lot of attention, and you're going to be plugged in every day. The problem is that it's really an advantage to yourself and to everybody in the club if you're here regularly to answer questions, to help with issues. It's hard when you're away 6 or 8 months to be able to be recognized and to be tapped when people have questions. Yes, a lot of it can be done electronically, so I wouldn't say, no, it can't happen. What I will say is this second VP position that's opening, because Lori has decided she wants to play a little more and do some more golf, so don't blame you. It's been wonderful to have her and her perky personality. But that position specifically does require keeping on top of stuff that's going on at the monitor desk and making sure that all everything is stocked, the documents, the firing tickets, there's quite a bit of stuff that's busy work. And if you're gone a half a year, that's quite a span. If you're gone like 3 months and you tap board members and you tap Donna, bless her heart, she's very helpful when Lori's gone. She helps us out a lot, so there is support there for you. I would say, don't say no to it because you're part-time, but just be aware of what was said. Suzanne?
I brought this issue up with Margie, but the Rip and Sew Club that's about the same size as we are has two officers at each, 2 people at each position. And I'm bringing that up because I've been asked a couple times to run, and I'm only here 6 months of the year. I think that maybe if not this year, maybe in the future, we think about that. And I think that having 2 people allows more part-time people to participate, and it would just broaden the scope of the board.
Thank you. That is a good thing to consider. And we might consider taking a look at that in the bylaws too and seeing what we can do about that. The one thing I would state is that if you're going to tag team, if there are going to be 2 people doing that, you're going to have to offset each other. So if you're gone for 6 months in the summer, the other person needs to be available during that time. So that sometimes becomes a little bit of an issue. But something to think about for sure. Who else had a question?
Even if they're not state a part-timer took a position or got a position, they could have an assistant, although they wouldn't be a voting member, or they would just fill in. Instead of having to vote for 2 people for one position, couldn't she just have he or she have an assistant?
I think that's a really good idea, actually. I don't see any reason why we couldn't work something like that out, for sure.
We already have it in the bylaws, I'm sure.
Just wondering if that would have to be in the bylaws and voted on and all that.
I would think it would. I could run by the rec center, but honestly, I think that is something that we should have in the bylaws if we're going to start making those kind of exceptions. And we will be redoing a few things in the bylaws the first part of the year. So this is something that we'll add to it. And again, all of you vote on the bylaws.
I will say, when I was treasurer for a couple of years, I did have an assistant, and that was Shauna. Well trained, huh? No. No, I did have an assistant because I spent 4 months out of the community at that time. So, and that had been a historical thing with the treasurer's job, because there were jobs that had to be done every week that somebody had to take care of. We did it without a bylaw change, but that doesn't mean that the new bylaws would allow us to do that. But Suzanne's not the first person that's brought this up to me. We've had several people that have said, you know, I would really love to do this, and I feel I'm very qualified, but I don't think I can do this the way they want me to do it if I'm part-time. So that makes it difficult. So I'm encouraging the board as we move forward to think about it.
I have Norma is going to check the bylaws, because I believe last time we did the bylaws that we did write that the board could have assistants. So with that, that may be a given already. So we'll double check on that.
I think having an assistant is a really good idea, because when I came into this position, you can read what's involved, but you don't really know what you're getting into until you do it. And it would be nice for somebody who wants to be part of the board to be an assistant for a year to see exactly what it entails, and then they know going into it.
I love that idea, because it's a lot like being a member at large. But, you know, you can assist in the job and say, hey, I love this, or this isn't what I thought I was getting. Somebody else had their hand up. No? Okay, so we will look into that. That would be really beneficial. I believe it does say that, which would open up quite a few opportunities, I think, for Margie. Okay, next, I don't see Tammy Hewson here. Oh, yes. No, she's not here. Okay, Tammy Hewson is taking over Wednesday morning fun for our lovely Miss Betty Poole. And it's going to be handled a little bit different. What's that? It's going to be handled a little bit differently. Last year, we got so crowded because it's so much fun. It's just impromptu, it's different instructors every time, and just a lot of creativity and fun. But we were overwhelming the room, and there were a lot of complaints about that, and we do have concerns, you know, fire hazards and all of that. So the way it's going to work now is it's not going to be a sign up online. We kind of went around through that. It is going to be first come, first serve. It will start at 9 o'clock in the morning. until 11:30, I believe. And when you come in, you have to sign in first and get a ticket. There'll be a little number ticket. We have 15 tickets for 15 seats in that room. If you don't sign in first, you don't get a ticket. It doesn't matter if you run in and put your stuff down and then come back and sign in. If you're out of tickets, we're out of tickets. It's first come, first served. Sign in, get your ticket, go to the room.
Last year we had a trouble that people came so much, like at 8 o'clock. Is that still open?
You can come in at 8 o'clock.
Okay,
That's
'cause
fine.
that's what happened.
There is no saving places for other people, no grabbing a ticket for somebody else, and no setups the night before. You come in, you sign in, you get your ticket. Then you can take your time getting set up, and you'll have a seat, okay? Hopefully, this will work out better. I think it will. I think it's probably the most fair way to do it. We'll give it a shot. If it doesn't work, we'll go back to the drawing board. Okay, with Deb out today, Norma's going to give you the October financials.
Next job. Okay. We're doing so well with our money. I love to save money. Anyway, our checking account as of the end of October is $5,974. Savings is $11,553. The first CD that we have 3 CDs, as you all know, right? You all know we have $50,000 out there. Okay. And the total for at the moment, as of October 31st, we have $161.60 onto our first CD, $323.20 for the next two because they have the $20,000 ones apiece. So we already have made $808 this year, which is almost, Deb's fantastic. Deb's fantastic with this, so don't ask me any questions. I'm just, what's the old saying? I'm just the messenger.
Thank you, Norma. Okay, next, first VP, Shauna.
Okay, so the fundraiser status, we donated about 20 pieces for the fundraiser. And I know there were some questions out there as to where it's going to be located. It's at R.H. Johnson in the Web Pal rooms, and it's on November 9th. They also said for anybody who donated, they will give you tickets to go in there for entrance. They're $10 if you have to go there without a ticket. So if
That's
you,
today.
Huh?
That's today.
Oh, that's today. Summer's today.
It's today. November 9th. So if you donated.
Yeah, so if you donated, I have 3 tickets here, and she wanted to keep track of the numbers. They want to keep track of who comes in. So for anybody who donated, I will give you one of these tickets. There's only 3 though. That's it. So the committee leads update. We have somebody from Mud Buckets, which is Donna Oliver, but we still need somebody to take the lead for housekeeping. So if anybody wants to do that, let us know. And I think that's all.
Right.
Shauna, can that be done remotely? If there was somebody who could do it and be there during the winter but supervise
I
remotely.
think it
from
would
home.
be fine.
Oh, yeah.
It
I
would
would
be
think
fine.
so, sure.
I'm not doing it.
I really thought you were gonna, okay. Okay, next is second VP Lori.
Hello. I emailed every member of the club so that they would understand how to sign in to find out their hours that they've come in to keep their locker and how many monitoring times. I've got a few calls that said, something doesn't look right. I think I monitored more times. Well, we can look up anything, and if you keep your records during the year, it makes it a lot easier too. I have had a couple that they didn't get checked in properly, and it didn't show, but she had her dates, and I just gave her that date, and it worked out just fine. But it is getting toward the end of the year, and I don't think there's not one opening for monitoring, so I just feel that everybody's done really well of learning the computer and how to sign up for classes. And Donna's been working with lockers, which you see that we have 359 360 members, and not that many lockers.
287.
Yeah.
90,
Yeah,
200.
something like that.
So she'll be contacting members who just don't have their hours in. I mean, it's just not fair, so she'll be contacting them, and there may be more lockers available. And it does have a way to check in if you are unfamiliar with how to do it. Plus, the monitors should all know how to go to that back computer and show you how to look it up. And I printed one out up at the monitor station so everybody can look and see. And if you have questions, I can answer that too. So, thank you.
Okay, Norma, did you have anything?
Secretary? Not a secretary, no.
No? Okay, thank you.
Okay, next, we have membership and locker. Donna, do you have anything?
A little bit. So, of course, maybe you know already that I'm in charge of the lockers, and I am a helper. Lori's my boss.
Yeah.
For the time. Anyway, I will be helping out whoever will be the second vice president, just like I do for Lori. And right now I'm doing some courtesy calls. I'm trying to make sure that the people that aren't getting their 24 times in to keep their lockers, I'm encouraging them. I don't want to take it away. I don't like that job, but it's part of my job. Anyway, and the membership part of it, my part of membership of Lori's is I'm putting all the beginning hand billing people in and the test-ins into the computer. So that's basically it. So I help Lori out a lot. Lori, it's been fun. But we're not done.
We're not done.
Okay, Lori, did you have anything for education?
I just want to talk about the covered casserole dish class that I'm teaching free of charge. We had one in October and it filled up really fast. I had 15 wait lists, so October 7th I opened it up to the wait list and it filled within an hour. So I went ahead and I'm scheduling another one for December 14th in the afternoon. If you want to take this class, my suggestion is this. You're gonna hear it first here. Sign up for the wait list because I give the wait list 24 hours to sign up for the next class before it gets open to the membership. So that's why the first one filled up in less than an hour. So go on to the December 7th class, sign up for the wait list, and then you'll get the first option for 24 hours. So you'll have to watch your email, check your spam because it comes from my personal email address, which is faithisfirst@hotmail.com. But I also put casserole dish in the title, so look in your spam folder. I will probably be doing that within the next week or so. And then there'll be another class in February. I won't be teaching in January because I'm teaching beginning handling.
Thanks, Lori.
Pat?
Time for social update.
Thank you for everybody who came to the Spooky Spuds. We had wonderful costumes. I think we had a great evening. The food was good. And if you have any suggestions how we can improve it, but remember, we're going to try to finagle things so that we can legally go back to the wine. We have a plan. We'll see if the plan flows for next year. So for the month of December, to finish out our year, the first thing is the sock tree, and it's already up. Please bring in any kind of new socks, any size, men, women's, and hang it on the tree. And all of those socks will be going to UCC Church downtown for their homeless closet. Okay? Then Mix and Jingle is the holiday party. It will be on Sunday, December 3rd at 5 o'clock. Dinner will be served about 6 o'clock. It's at Palm Ridge. I've had questions on the menu, so I think it's been
been published, but here it is again. Apple almond chicken, which is a lightly breaded chicken breast stuffed with all natural apples, raisins, almond stuffing with a brandied orange cinnamon sauce. Tenderloin tips of beef mixed with green and red bell peppers, onions, and mushrooms. Caesar salad. Green beans Morocco, which is a fancy name for green beans and baby carrots. Remember that when you're cooking at home. We're having green beans Morocco tonight. And kugelis, which is Sharko's specialty potato dish, which is a grated potato with something in it and served on the side with sour cream. And we will have dessert, coffee, and water. If you would like an adult beverage or some other beverage, please bring your own. Ice and cups will be available. Guests are welcome to this party. The cost is $30, and that only, in fact, that does not 100% cover the costs of the caterer. It's with the tip we're going to be, and delivery charge, we might be even a little over that. So we said $30 a person. Members will get their checks back. Now, we are also calling it Undie Sunday because we want you to bring some kind of undies, some undergarment that we can also give to the homeless shelter. And for fun, if you find a funny pair of underwear or a funny undergarment, we would ask that you wrap it. Last year we had enough that we had almost 2 wrapped gifts on every table. And one time through the night we said, okay, open your gifts. And we had an impromptu fashion show. That was great. So if you find a funny pair, I'll tell you, last year I found a 4X lime green lace thong. So there, and I found it in the bin of markdowns at Walmart for a couple of dollars. So if you're out there and you're looking, you'll find them. So wrap the funny ones. You don't have to wrap the serious ones. Again, those will all go to the UCC church in downtown Phoenix. And finally, the activity again, we're going to have a mixer activity that'll be different than last year so you can get to know other people in the club prior to dinner. And then we will have trivia. So please sit with your smartest friends. But if you see someone who's a singleton and you have a chair, no reserved seating. We don't sign up for tables. But if you see somebody looking for a seat, be a good friend and just invite somebody to join you. Questions? Judy?
Are there sizes that they're looking for more than others for the underwear and everything, for like more children, more adults, more everybody?
The other homeless shelter I work with says whatever they can get, it's gone.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, see you in
December. Sign-up sheets are out on the table already.
Okay, one thing I want to just kind of add to that is I got an email yesterday asking if there was a singles table. No, we don't have a singles table. The reason for that was this person is married, the spouse does not want to come. And I just want to say, you know, everybody's welcome. Please come anyway. There are many people that are single there. And again, just like Pat said, we're going to, you know, pull you in and just be part of it. It's a lot of fun. Okay, Shonda, did you have anything for kilns? No. Okay, and the kiln that was down last month is back up, working fine. The kiln was not the problem, it was the breaker, and that's been replaced. And Linda Johnson, do you have anything for glaze? No? And Mary Ann?
Yes. Yesterday, I put up.
Hold on.
Yesterday, I put up a sign-up sheet for the velvet clay. If you're interested in purchasing it, it comes out of Sacramento. I don't know how long it'll take to get here, but right now they're saying about $30 a 25-pound bag. So that was up yesterday, and we'll run it for what, like 2 weeks, probably, if you're interested. The other thing is, I just want to thank all the people that helped me throughout the summer move clay. And Mike, and we have a new one on our committee, John. Who's not here?
Ron's not here.
Okay, but anyway, thank you all very much. It was a hot summer. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely, thank you all so much, and you too, Mary Ann, you've taken on quite a chore.
What's velvet clay?
Red velvet?
It's like, what is it?
No.
Alcohol wheel
No.
that we used to provide.
Okay, next we have Sue Freeze, do you have anything for Mud Bucket?
Yes, I'm leaving the mud buckets. And I have a replacement, Donna Oliver, and I thank her very much. And Cindy and Carol will be with Donna serving you next year. And please remember not to put any heavy clay in the buckets. Put the heavy clay residue in the side bucket on the counter and throw that in the garbage. And it's been a pleasure cleaning your mud.
Thank you, Sue. Okay, Mark, do you have anything to add for safety of raccoon?
No. We are still in excellent condition on the safety side of things. We have had no occurrences over the last 12 months. So keep up the good work. On the raccoon side, we have a class yet this month, and so far we only have 2 students. It's next week. If anybody would like to join it, we have a minimum quantity of 4 people, so we'd like to get a couple more people so that we can do this last firing for this year.
What day is it, Mark?
It's next week. Thursday is the glazing, and Friday is the firing.
Let's think about that, that's a lot of fun.
Yeah, you have to have a this piece so that you can glaze on that Thursday.
Thank you, Mark. And Mike, can you give us updates on maintenance?
Sure.
Quit breaking things.
What's that?
Quit breaking things.
That's funny. Well, you know, that would solve the problem. You might have noticed the ventilation project's done on the back patio. All that 8-inch white PVC pipe. So that is designed to help us get the bad smells from the kilns on firing days up and out. And so it doesn't eliminate the problem completely, because we do have a few smells from inside the kiln room when we're firing that go through the attic fans that are mounted in the wall. But it got rid of, I would say, 85 to 90% of it. So the patio has become a better, safer place for us out there. So that's all done, and hopefully it'll serve us for a long time. Today, we're bringing down kiln number 1, and we're going to replace all the elements. That's a big job, and we do the high fire kilns once a year. So there's 3 of them. We change all the elements once a year, and then the low fire kilns we do about every other year. So that keeps us busy. It's mostly an all-day job, but it saves the club a lot of money not hiring that stuff out, so we're happy to do it. And all the wheels seem to be running fine. If you find a problem, leave a note on the wall. Also, I fixed the pencil sharpener yesterday. I'll tell you what happened, though. I'm bringing it up because somebody had put a really large pencil in there, and then the tip broke off. So you couldn't get a standard pencil back into it again. But anyway, it came apart just fine, and I was able to clean it out. But just, you know, be aware that the sharpener is only good for a standard size pencil. And then it should last a long time the way it is. And any questions? Thanks.
Thank you.
Mike, for
Thank
all
you.
I have to say that he has put in over 115 hours this year and we're not done with the year. And that's been a couple weeks ago that I printed this out. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Mike. I'd just like to clarify one thing though. When you leave a note for Mike, please don't take it literally as far as putting it on the wall. He does have little notes to be filled out, and there's a little folder clear on. I just meant you don't want to write it on the wall.
Stickies all over.
Okay, as far as unfinished business goes, we're still talking about cameras. She's not here, is she? Wendy White is helping us look at cameras, and we're trying to keep the cost down, but I mentioned this to our maintenance folks, and they may have some cameras that they will gift to us. So I'm working on that. That would be nice. It wouldn't cost us anything that way, so I'll have to get back to you on that. It's in the works. Okay, anybody have any new business? How about general comments?
No, it's easy. I just want to thank you for posting it on reminders of the meeting.
You're welcome. Yes, thank you, Jude, for posting the reminders of the meeting. It really helped.
I just wanted to say thank you to everybody that was so kind to me during this year. It's been a tough year. And I've been out of the hospital over 70 days. And I have a stack of cards like this. Very sweet. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
You're very welcome, Betty. We have missed you a lot. So glad to see you back here.
Mine was covered. Yours was covered. Posting. Reminding some of us.
I was checking into something for rock hounds the other day, and I found out that, I think it's at the Sundial Rec Center in Sun City, they have a big bazaar Friday after Thanksgiving and Saturday after Thanksgiving, like we used to have in front of R.H. Johnson. If any of you want to go, it sounds wonderful. They have food trucks, and it's a real event. So if you need something to do that day.
Where is that?
Thank you, Wendy.
It's on, I think it's on 99 and 100, and you know where the Shares is on 99?
Yeah.
I think it's the street just before you turn on 103rd, turn right and go up. I think it's called Sundial.
Okay, yeah.
But, sounds like it will
Thank
be
you, Wendy.
wonderful.
Okay, any other general comments? Oh, Norma?
Yeah, well, just discreetly.
Just in general passing, anybody who has nothing to do tomorrow, remember there is a fair that just a few of us are participating in, but total number is 116 vendors will be there with world class and everything else. So
Where? Safeway.
right at Safeway parking lot.
What time does it start?
9 to 2.
9 to 2, Safeway parking lot, big fair, support our community. Okay, and I think that wraps it up. Do I hear a motion to adjourn? We got Pat and Barb.
Pat and Barb. Okay. Y'all get it in there.
Meeting adjourned.